back. Scientists have discovered a way to fold space and time.
Have discovered a dense zone of habitable planets, and everyone is calling it a new frontier. Dr. Hammond, now, as I understand it, the IMC's refueling facility here at Demeter is vital for travel between the core and the frontier.
Decades-long tensions exploded into all-out war on the frontier today. The group calling themselves the Militia have conducted numerous raids on IMC garrisons in at least...
Vice Admiral Graves, you and Captain McCallan have a long history of successful operations against the Militia. What do you think made him turn, Admiral? Why did McCallan betray you?
Short on fuel and supplies, the first Militia fleet is unlikely to survive their next encounter with the IMC battle group in pursuit.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to TF Life. First episode, or first Let's Play episode featuring Titanfall. So, beautiful intro there. We'll talk a bit about that as the game is going on. Unlike my Let's Lores, I'll just get this out of the way right now. I am playing the game first and then recording it because, you know, new game and all that. So, we'll see how it goes. If I prefer this format over the other, but let's stop fucking around and start this. So here we got the simple pregame lobby. The only reason I'm really showing it is there is actually some story relevant stuff that gets said in the campaign lobby.
All personnel, this is Vice Admiral Graves. We have a rare opportunity to destroy an entire militia fleet. We know these terrorists are almost out of fuel, but desperation will make them unpredictable. Do not underestimate them. They can't run far, and they will most likely hit a fueling facility in the next few hours. Spyglass will fill you in.
Titan pilots, you will be assigned to dropships at all potential targets in the Yuma system. A heavy patrol rotation will be maintained at all sites. At the first sign of militia forces, you will deploy to the ground and ensure that the air defense turrets remain online.
You are cleared weapons free for this operation. Stay vigilant. Graves out.
So there we had Vice Admiral Graves. Let's just skip ahead to the gameplay. No more shitting around in here. So as you can see, it's the campaign is basically, it's more or less multiplayer. It just has, you know, a few extras. Like I said, the pregame lobby, you got that nice narration, or that nice kind of mission briefing from both Admiral Graves and wow, I've forgotten his name already. The other thing, which I'm pretty sure is a drone. It's like an advanced drone of some kind.
In space, fuel is life, and the militia fleet is running low. Only 7 planets in the Yuma system can replenish a fleet of that size. This is one of them. We've set up turrets like this one, just in case the militia decide to pay this site a visit. That's Charlie, this one's Bravo. Bravo, give me a sit rep.
Turret online and operational, sir. Vice Admiral Graves, Zulu 3 shows multiple jump signatures. 3 clicks out.
Blisk, tell Riggs to get his squad on the deck now. Sir, our forces have assembled at Rally Point Alpha. Pilots, today you have a chance to establish peace on the frontier. Make it count.
All pilots secure hardpoints, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. The rest of you on me.
Okay, welcome back. Trying my best not to talk over too much dialogue. I mean, our vital information as for the story, I say that with quotey fingers. So, first match, Hardpoint, or Domination, as I believe it's called in Call of Duty. Dominion, as it's called in Halo. Halo 4. I will say the Dominion game type isn't, or I'm sorry, the Hardpoint game type isn't. I mean, it's not bad. I like it. It's it's a very simple, but it's very simple. It's a simple objective. It's which in and of itself, it isn't bad to be simple. You don't want too much stuff cluttering your game. But and there we get to see my first death because I suck so much. But no. There's just nothing going on. You're just taking the hard points. So I mean, it's a nice way to break up between deathmatch or attrition as it's called in here. But I kind of wish it had a little more going on. And there's that same guy. But no. So anyway, let's get back to talking about some of the story of Titanfall. I mean, the basic. It's hard. You really don't, even with the introduction. You really don't. It's really hard to exactly see what or to understand exactly what's going on as far as the story. The basic story is you have the IMC, who you might as well consider the UNSC. And there I got my Promethean vision ability. No, it's like like visual sonar. It's kind of cool. It's definitely one that you unlock. It's one you unlock later, but it's a lot of fun. It's very useful. But, then you always have the trade-off. You can only ever have one ability. There's the cloaking ability. There's that guy's still alive. And the other one I think is called stim, so just you move faster kind of thing. A lot of nice trade-offs. They're all worthwhile. I just really like the visual sonar. Or sonar, just period, I guess. But anyway. And so far, I think they're pretty well balanced. Anyway, as I was saying, you have the IMC, which is more or less like the UNSC. I'd actually probably say it's more like the Alliance from Firefly than... and here we go. Sorry to stop my train of thought there. The first Titan gameplay. Prepare to watch me die a lot. I told you guys I suck. And, I'll say that for later. But anyway, so... what was I going to say? So yeah, you have the IMC, which are more or less like the Alliance from Firefly, and then you have... then you have the Militia, that original name, which are basically the Browncoats. And much more like Firefly than like Halo. I personally kind of root for the Militia more often. It's hard to really get the story, but at least for me, the Militia is kind of a more redeemable set of faction. The IMC is very much comes off as you're not supposed to really like them, but that might just be me. Anyway, I was going to say something when we were talking about the Titans, and now I forgot what it was. Who knows? Maybe I'll remember later. I hope I remember later. But I am forgetting my stuff right now. Oh yeah, assassinations, or instead of like your standard melee in here, you got the jump kick, or if you get behind someone, you break their neck, which is kind of cool. You saw me jumping on Titans. If you understand, if you've seen anything regarding Titanfall's, leading up to launch, it's got a lot of similarities to shooters, to standard shooters, but it's got its unique flavor, such as the fact that you're basically kicking people instead of stabbing them with a knife or something. Here's some bullshit in my opinion. I'm inside the shield there, and somehow that thing stepped on me. I don't know. I mean, you can go inside the shield, but generally, I don't know. Maybe I think I just still pissed about that, even though it happened like 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah, and that's another cool thing you can do is, after a while, no matter what, your Titan will just start doing shit on its own if you don't get in it right away. But yeah, I cannot seem to get on this guy, can I? Keep getting bashed back. Come on, get up there. Don't die. But anyway, you can actually set your Titan to guard a certain area or to come at you, to come back to you, as opposed to and whatnot. But a lot of very nice things. Not to say that Titanfall is anywhere near perfect, but there is definitely a lot of thought that went into this. The game is purely amazing. If you like multiplayer at all, as long as you can stand only multiplayer, this is definitely a game to pick up. As you can see, obviously, in addition to real players, you have AI grunts of a couple varieties. I've only seen militia so far, or human grunts so far. There's also specters, which are the robots. And I think this might be where I decided to have the Titan go on auto. Yes, it is. So the Titan's on auto right now, defending the area as I've set it to, because you can set it by yourself. Because right now I'd rather capture the hardpoint. That's the ultimate objective in this one. And I will say that much like Halo, and forgive me for constant comparisons to Halo, but that's the main multiplayer game that I play. Much like Halo, players don't always go for the objectives. Yeah. I don't even get how I got so hurt so quickly, but oh well, Fun time here. Don't quite remember what happens with that. Get out! Yeah, there's the Spectre, the other AI type thing that inhabits the multiplayer matches. And I got killed by a Titan. Burn cards. Burn cards are actually another one, super powered playing cards, as I think the lore, what do you call it? The lore YouTube page said. They're battle for territories and super powered playing cards, because why the hell not? And there we go. Take out that Titan. Just hope I don't die. Yep. Okay. Cool. Survived. And honestly, yes, a lot of this is a surprise for me because I have no memory of this game at all. I played it and I was sick as hell the whole time I played it. So that's one reason I'm doing the commentary after playing it as opposed to while I was playing it. But anyway, yes, victory. Oh yeah, I kind of wish they'd just call them. They do have some, they call them the militia, and the militia call themselves just the militia. But I do like they got the little nickname for them, the Red Eye, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's cool that they don't just or don't just they're not teaching it. I cannot figure out what.
We didn't even kill off their fleet. 54 ships destroyed. That's it.
How many of those ships were civilian?
Today's civilians are tomorrow's militia, sir. What do you want me to do? Wait? Start a search. I want that fleet found. Brace out.
Warning. Militia forces are boarding their dropship. Destroy it before it escapes.
Yeah, sadly we didn't get to destroy the dropship. That is probably one of the coolest feelings when you actually get to that. Talk about people not playing the objective. I didn't do too bad. Came out +1. Guy on the other team came out +14 though, so kind of still sucked. Anyway, so you'll notice one thing: these missions are surprisingly short, or well, not surprisingly short. So I'll be doing 2 at a time. Get a better look at the burn cards here. And we'll just skip ahead to the in-game announcement.
All personnel, this is Vice Admiral Graves. As you know, the militia fleet remains operational in the wake of their refueling raid in the Yuma system, and we have deployed probes to a number of sectors. Spyglass will brief you on the results of the search.
Pilots, I have scanned all possible destinations within jump range of the Yuma system. Life forms have been detected in Sector Bravo 217, previously believed to be uninhabited. The militia forces we seek may be hiding there. Recommend an advanced team led by Sergeant Blisk to investigate, with a suitable complement of supporting units.
Very well. So ordered. All pilots, gear up and stand by for deployment. Sergeant Blisk has command on the ground. Good luck. Graves out.
So, I guess we're going to area that previously thought uninhabited, which I don't really understand based on, there's some pretty well-established homes. I mean, they're not great, but pretty well-established. IMC investigates an uncharted planet on the frontier in their search for the militia. Which, of course, the militia happens to be going to, because gotta have a story. Talking time.
Sir, we haven't found any militia. Just a handful of civilians.
Copy that. Keep looking.
But I like the way these Spectres kill, Next-gen automated infantry's the future, but taking out a bunch of civilians is hardly a test.
Sir, it looks like militia ships. They're deploying ground forces at the north end of the village.
That's a real threat. Deploy 3 more racks of Spectres.
Get those other Spectres online. We've got militia pilots moving in from the east. Charlie squad is still rounding up.
I will say, now that I really think about it, one thing... Oh my god, I never saw that when I was playing. They're executing civilians. Holy shit. Anyway... what was I going to say? Oh, yes. One thing I do find interesting this is very different from most sci-fi is that,
So be a good test of our new Spectres. Prepare for a battle of attrition.
Okay, nothing.
Neutralize every militia unit in the area.
Nothing very important. Sorry. Very different from most sci-fi is that they don't. Is like the machines are actually inferior. Like even these brand new machine battle droids are actually inferior to human pilots. So they they're certainly better than the military grunts that you go up against. But they're actually this isn't just like for the sake of gameplay. It's also part of the canon of the universe. The pilots are actually much better than
the militia have access to distress beacon logs.
These
They're attempting to locate the remaining terrorists. Blisk, you said this camp was wiped
I mean, this
out.
is, as far as I can tell, this is more or less very early within within like this colonization era. I mean, we're still using bullets for the most part, which most sci-fi by the time it really gets into space travel, and we're they're using mass driver technology and/or plasma and laser weaponry. I mean, Halo's one of the exceptions to that, where they still primarily use bullets, and yeah, they got a couple things here and there, but it's mostly entirely just standard gas-operated guns. Whereas, oh yeah, hit that Titan with my own Titan. That's always a fun one. You can actually destroy that. My Titan's actually been destroyed once or twice by that sort of shit, but it's still a very awesome feeling when you do that the first time.
Warning. Severe reactor damage sustained.
So many explosions! So little time. Kill him by
Sir, I've intercepted
jumping,
an enemy
by kicking
transmission.
him in the
Voice only.
nuts.
Laying it down.
So, you gotta figure these boots must be lined with, they must be like wearing, like, I keep imagining like they're wearing like skates or something, like, like ice skates. So, it's like, all it takes is a quick kick to the gut to kill a pilot.
Clean it up.
a grunt or something. So yeah, there's or maybe they're wearing like cleats or something. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Neck snap. And what's really cool, of course, is when if you do get your own neck snapped, you get to see that in first person, which, much as it sucks the first time it happens, it's also, you always get the sense of like, wow, that really is cool. I kind of hate that I died, but that really is cool. Die, Spectre, and I'll get on here, even though I really don't need to because these other two Titans, but you know me, I like to... Oop. That's always a fun one too, falling in on the Titan. Yeah, I'm really looking at this. I gotta go back. I gotta stop using this stupid arc cannon. This thing's weak as hell. I know. Yeah. So the game really does, like, it doesn't, I don't want to say it holds your hand, but it is extremely friendly to you. You know, it's like, oh, you're outnumbered, yeah, they got stepped on. You're not careful.
You know that voice, sir?
Yep.
It's the voice of a dead man. Find out where it's coming from.
Sorry, talked over that a bit. Hopefully I will remember to go back and edit that so I'm not talking over the important story information. Well, semi-important if you're actually paying attention to the story thus far. But, you know... Okay, that's just letting you know. Essentially, they just found a guy that they thought was dead. It's one of the guys... I believe it's one of the guys that was mentioned in the opening, or in that intro movie. So, we'll see. I don't remember. But yeah. Another interesting thing I think is it's not too interesting, but it is kind of a nice. It is a nice thing. I seem to be at a loss of words here now. Like almost 20 minutes in, I think, but I just love jumping off the walls like that. It's very Mirror's Edge. But no, that's not what I was going to say. Oop. I think that guy just blew himself up.
Broadcaster is using an unknown encryption format. I will require more time to triangulate his position.
And you can always like activating my gun right before I get in there, so I can...
Who is this guy? His name is James McCall.
It can be hard to tell which time
IMC
when
commander.
you're that close.
Wanted for mutiny. Find him.
But, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought because I keep thinking of new things to think about. Oh yeah, nice thing they do is... Oh yeah, I have the particles shield at this point, which is not that great. But, you know, you get to play the campaign from both sides. In fact, the first time you go through, you play from the militia side. At least that's what it was for me. It might be randomly selected. It might, you know, randomly select what's one side for you when you start the first mission. But, so you do get, you know, so you get the... If you guys want, you guys will have to let me know if you want me to actually go through twice and play both sides of the campaign. So, I mean, essentially it's the same thing. You're going to the same maps and the same missions. It's just you're on a different side. And the question becomes, but you know, there's certain aspects that are different. Like the pregame the pregame lobby briefings are different. What else was it? I'm trying to remember now. Pre-game lobby thing. Oh yeah, and the in-game dialogue. You find out why the militia came here. I mean, you sort of get told. You sort of get told in here, in this, or during and after the mission, why the militia was here. But you get them.
I have the enemy transmission. Fetching in.
Some engaged experience, I suppose, from the militia point of view. You know, I'm not saying, of course, that this isn't engaging, but you get to engage. Oh, there we go. There's the neck snap from first person, which is really kind of cool, even though it sucks.
Graves, you're still on the wrong side, aren't you?
We're soldiers, Mac. You're dreaming if you think you can sit it out.
I'm awake now, you son of a bitch.
I see, this guy was smart to actually get out of there and leave his auto Titan to guard it. Well, the other guy, of course, it does kind of piss me off that a lot of people aren't that interested in trying to get to the dropship. I always am. And, you know, when you get a full team off, I have yet to do that, but that's always very satisfying. Anyway, thank you for watching the very first Let's Play Titanfall from TF Life. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, you know, any and all comments are welcome. Let me know, you know, if there's what things you don't like, what things you do like. Like I said, let me know if you know, it might be too early to tell, but let me know if you guys actually want me to go through both the IMC and the militia campaign. As it currently stands, like I said, they're very, very similar. I'm not, yeah, it wouldn't really be that interesting, I suppose, to just watch the same campaign twice. But let me know if you want me to, because I will if you want me to. I love Titanfall. It's a great game. Heavily recommend picking it up if you haven't already. But again, it is pure multiplayer. You do need Xbox Live, or you know, if you pick it up for PC, you do need a decent internet connection. Anyway, this has been TF Life. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.